do before the game today, so we wanted to make them available real quick for you guys. So just fire away with questions.
Hunter, what does it just feel like to go through the last 24 hours and come to the situation when you're on the team that has the best record in baseball?
It's a pretty big swing, and I think I'm really happy to be able to be a part of a team that's in a playoff race. I mean, a lot of players don't ever get this opportunity. I've never been a part of it yet, and you know, I would sacrifice a lot for this, and I'm just thrilled to be in here and ready to go.
When you talk to Roy, if you do talk to Roy Oswalt and as a Brad Lynch, what do they tell you this place is like to play?
I say it's, I mean, I think most everyone knows that this is a baseball, you know, a baseball city, a very big sports city. You know, Roy and Brad told me that there's nothing like it. The crowds, the fans, they're extremely passionate. It's a packed house, I think 150 some games in a row. That says something about the atmosphere every night. So they just said, you're in for a treat and have fun and go play some baseball.
Your name was linked to a lot of places in the last week or so. Were you following this closely at all? Were you hoping to come here because this team's so good, or what was going through your mind during that process?
You know, I was trying to block it out, but it became apparent that it was, you know, it was inevitable that I was going somewhere, and no one told me where. And really, it's one of those things that you just, it's a relief to finally know where I'm at, know where I'm going to be playing baseball for a while, and just get it all over with, because all the speculation, all the rumors, there's no way to avoid it, because every single day everyone asks you where you're going, where you're getting traded, and I didn't know until you guys knew. So, and you know, I'm happy that I found that landed in a good home, or you know, a good place where people want me, and where we got an unbelievable baseball team around me. So I'm excited.
Roy Halladay said last night that he had talked to you at the All-Star game, and you had asked him a couple questions. Kind of, were you at that time looking around and seeing, you know, if you could fit here, or was that on your mind at all?
Absolutely not. It's kind of ironic. I think everyone knows in baseball there's a lot of respect for Roy Halladay, and I went up to him. You know, he's kind of a soft-spoken guy. He doesn't say much, and you know, he keeps to himself. So I just went up to him and said, Roy, I want to tell you that it's, you know, when we face you and competing at the highest level, we know we're playing against the best, and I just want to tell you that I respect what you do, and you know, it's amazing to be in this league and to compete against someone of your caliber.
Most of us, Hunter, saw you have to say goodbye to your teammates as you came off the field last night. Obviously, you've been with the Astros organization your entire career. What was that like, having to kind of, you know, it's part of the business, but what was that like for you?
You know, it was a culmination of a long chapter in my life. You know, I want to do and I want to be good to everyone who, you know, who gives me the opportunity, and I think the Astros did a lot for me, and I was very grateful for that. And I think it was just, you know, all my teammates, we've all been through a lot, and I think that kind of adversity gives you a different type of asset that you can never get unless you go through it. And I know that they're still battling to turn that thing around, and it's an emotion to feel for them, because I love those guys and I want the best for them. And you know, I think they all know they're happy for me that I get this opportunity to play here, and that's just who I am. I'm a guy that I care about people, and I care about making sure that I can do right by who brought me. And you know, now I'm in a place where they really want me, where we got a chance to do something special, to create some, you know, historic moments for Philadelphia and for the game of baseball. So it's an unbelievable opportunity, and I couldn't be more grateful.
What was your first thought when you saw Jason Michaels running out there?
I was shocked. I didn't know. Obviously, I knew that it meant that I was probably gone, and that chapter was over. And you know, and I think, looking back on it, that I probably, in one way or another, am going to help the Astros still. I think they got some good prospects out of the deal, and you know, I guess the initial reaction was just, okay, you know, get ready to move forward, and something, you know, there's a new path forward.
Hunter, have you been able to wrap your mind around the fact that you just picked up about 30 games in the standings in one day?
No, I was already talking about it. I'm telling everyone I just jumped 62 games in one day. I think that might be epic proportions. I don't know if anyone's beat that, but it's pretty cool.
Hunter, I noticed that, I think this is right, I went back through your history. Have you played your entire life in the state of Texas? Is that right?
I mean, I guess if you count like the minor league cities for the Astros that weren't in Texas, and also, you know, I mean, high school, college, we're all Texas, and then I was in the Astros organization even though I was playing in like New York, Lexington.
Okay, I didn't see
Virginia.
those. I saw Corpus Christi and Round
Yeah.
Rock and
Yeah, no, I mean, I went through the low levels too, and
a lot of Texas, and now you're in a place that a lot of people consider a little bit quirky, maybe even provincial. Do you have any feeling about that at all? This is kind of a strange place to a lot of people who've never been here before.
I think the longer you're in Major League Baseball, the more you get to see different areas, and you kind of just learn that people are people, and everyone's the same. You know, a lot of times coming up, when you only know one place, but we travel so much that we understand it. And when you come to Philadelphia and you play a ball game at this stadium, even in an opposing team, you see the passion. It's always exciting. I mean, you come here and there's, you want to play in those intense environments, and now I got those guys that they have my back, and they're also going to be on my throat if I'm not playing the right way, which is how it should be. And I think you want to be in a town where it's exciting, where people are paying attention, and when you're competing for a championship, that's what competitors want to do.
One or two more questions. You threw out the guy in the All-Star game and one nationally won it that you thought, hey, that might actually work to my benefit and winning the game now and maybe having home field possibly.
No, I didn't think I really didn't think that there was going to be a trade. I didn't, but the one thing I did think is that I had made a difference in the World Series. That was kind of my goal, was to, obviously you want to win, but I wanted, that's the neat thing about the All-Star game mattering, is that, some players from teams that aren't going to be in contention still get to have an effect on what really happens. So it's a unique twist. I like that baseball has it that way.
I'm guessing you came right from Milwaukee, and you probably have a lot of stuff in Houston. And what was the last 24 hours trying to organize everything and get your life straight?
Yeah, equipment. I'm not really in all my stuff, so I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna have my spikes, but in the end, it's just the game's the game. So that's the only thing that's really, we're used to flying. We're not necessarily used to flying and playing the same day, but it wasn't too bad. Just I had a connected flight and got in, came straight to the ballpark. They had, they took care of me real well. I had a driver come over and, just get some equipment and let's go play some baseball.
Whose spikes are you using?
I don't know yet. I'm still looking. I have like 30 assortments of different sizes and colors, and none of which are the Reebok, which I'm supposed to be wearing. I get paid to wear their spikes, and now I'm going to be, and I'm just hoping there's not like some big picture that shows up everywhere. And I know that's going to be the case.
All right, thanks everybody.
He's got blue ball.